guys, I am making my own homemade pickles, and this is my first time doing it. So check out some of these ginormous cucumbers I got. I know they're probably a little too big, but they still taste fine. I love cucumbers, and before, when we grew cucumbers a couple years ago, they had that waxy taste. We haven't had any that taste like that yet, so I think they're all still good. I think they're gonna do well. So I've got some cut in spears and some cut in chips, and I used Mrs. Wage's pickle mix. I did the sweet kind for this recipe. Next time I'm going to do the dill. But I've got my vinegar here, and I am sanitizing my rings right now. Sanitizing my rings. I've got my mix here dissolving, and then here's my big pot I'm gonna water bath them in. I'm gonna be doing most of my pickles in pint jars. I'm gonna do the big spears in quart jars, so I'm gonna do all of my pints first, and then I'll just do another batch of quarts. So when you're water bathing for pickles, so for pint jars it's 10 minutes, quart jars it's 15 minutes. And I'm also adding vinegar in, so my jars don't get that film on them. So with this mix, I'm not doing a huge batch of pickles, so I just used half of what it called for. So I did 3 cups of vinegar and 3 cups of sugar, and then half of the pack of the pickling mix in there, and a cup of water. So I got most of my cucumbers cut up. I'm gonna finish cutting up my cucumbers and then start filling my sanitized jars. So make sure your jars and your lids are all washed right then and sanitized and heated. So once you put them in the hot bath, they don't want to crack or explode because they're hitting hot water. Got my jars full, not my quart jars yet. And I'm also making dilly beans, so stay tuned for that video. Got my funnel here, and I'm gonna pour this pickle brine over top of the cucumbers. So I'm getting ready to place my jars into the pot to hot water bath them, and I'm gonna wipe the rims of the jars with vinegar just to make sure they're nice and clean of anything that could cause icky growth. So, and I'm going to take my lids out of the pot there, since they're sanitized, and just put the rings on finger tight, place them in the pot, and wait about 10 minutes, and then you should hear the popping. Now, one thing I've already discovered since I've started doing this for the first time is really make sure you've got things packed in there good, especially when you add the brine, because there might still be space in there for you to pack more stuff in, and it's kind of floating to the top. And make sure you leave an inch headspace. So I'm kind of having to rearrange some of my cucumbers and stuff in here to make sure I do it accordingly and don't have any issues. All of my lids have popped really well. So stay tuned and I'll let you know how all of it tastes. God bless, guys. See you next time.